plump and firm. So the first time that I used a stimulating product from Eminence, I knew nothing about it. This was 12 years ago, almost, okay? And this lady came in, she was super fair. I was like, oh, well, she could use stimulation, so I used a mask that said stimulating on it, right? Pretty good logic, okay? So I put this lime stimulating mask on her, not knowing anything about it, and it has cinnamon, paprika, and steamed nettle. So, which itself just sounds a little scary, right? I had no clue what it was going to do, so I did it at the end. I put it on her skin. She turned thermonuclear red. I turned around for 2 seconds. I turned back around, and all I did, I saw her face, because I'm more for medical aesthetics, so I'm used to Gesner peels, TCA peels, laser resurfacing, all of that stuff. When you see redness like that, that means that you need to call the ER or something. So I turned around, and I saw her skin, and I just remember I kept my voice as calm as possible, and I said, "Are you feeling any stimulation?" Even though I was seeing, like, she was super, she's like, "Yeah, I'm super hot." And I did it at the end. So guess how red she left? Crazy red. And I said, "Don't worry, this is going to calm down in about an hour to a month." Amazing. And so she left. She came back 2 or 3 days later. She goes, "I don't know what he used, but I want to buy everything." So I believe she walked away with about $800 in product. She goes, "I want to use everything that, or purchase everything that he used that's available, and then I want to rebook my facial. Oh, and here's extra tip money." So I was like, well, I'm going to blow everyone's face out. Because I don't have money. Oh, and watch this massage move, it's really important. So why do we do stimulation, and who can do it? Anybody actually can have the stimulants on their skin. It's about more figuring out, will the client like the sensation that this is going to create, or are they somebody who is a little bit more of a princess, as we call them? So if somebody says to you, "My skin is sensitive, I'm prone to redness, I don't want to feel any sensation, I want a boring facial," those people, we just don't do the... She's like moaning over here, it's distracting. So those are the people that we don't want to do stimulation on. Here's what you need to know. You cannot physically hurt somebody's skin with a stimulant. You cannot hurt somebody's skin, but they might not like the way it feels. So if they have acne, amazing. If they have a loss of elasticity, a sagging in the skin, amazing for that skin type. Travelers, people who do smoke, low oxygen, amazing for those people. It's good for everybody. We just need to figure out what type of a guest is this, because are they crazy like me, where I'm like, let's do gasoline? Or are they the person who's, I literally had a client, I know this is the wrong use of literally, but I've watched the Kardashians too much, so now I use that word a lot. Or is it that client, you know, where I say them, and I have them say this to me, do you prefer like light massage or more of a heavy weight? She goes, well, I want to see a reduction in wrinkles, I want to see all these things, but I don't really want you to touch me much. And I'm just like, are you here for a facial? Do you just want me to flick the product on you? Like, what do you want me to do? And she's just one of those people. So if you have a guest like that, we definitely don't go for stimulants on the skin. Here's the deal though, if I build that truck, no it's not. I make up my own rules. It's worked for me so far. Okay, so this is the blueberry detox. It smells like blueberry jam, and I bet you're so happy you sat here. You're like the smell tester. So don't be fooled by this. This is a peel. We do add some water, so when you use this, break it down in your hands first, then add the water. The water is going to help carry the paprika into the skin. This is a 20% pineapple and lactic acid treatment, okay? So it's actually a very gentle peel. Because peels, when we start to get into like TCA peels and Gesners, we used to do up to 50% TCA peels at the dermatologist's office that I worked at, where we would remove stretch marks from the legs. And your whole section of your leg would fall off, like turn dark and fall off and die. That's not even a joke, like it would cause cell death. Your whole leg wouldn't fall off, don't think that. So when I use this, it's really important to keep it away from the eyes, but you can massage it into the lip line as a lip plumping treatment. You can gently work it in on the outer crow's feet. We don't want to bring it near the lid. But what she's going to feel, it's almost like if you were sitting in front of a fireplace a little too close. She's going to start to feel this blood flow and warmth come into her skin. I actually, like if I've been traveling a lot or I'm not as hydrated as I should be, which is pretty much always, because nobody drinks enough water, I tend to feel a pulsation in my skin from the capillaries pumping that blood flow through. And then I'll typically swell, not in a bad way, but just a little bit right through here where we tend to be a little bit more dry and dehydrated. But this is amazing, like I said, for acne. Why this is great for acne is because we're not just killing bacteria on the surface of the skin, we're bringing in the immune system under the skin to fight where the bacteria harbors and breeds to begin with, if you have cystic acne. So if I see somebody has cystic nodular acne, they can do our Hungarian herbal nut 2 to 3 times per week. Because we need to get that blood flow moving, we need to detox the area, we need to bring the immune system in. So it's not just about the face when people come in, and we don't just want to leave them there and like text on our phone, which I might have done that before. And when I was texting, she goes, "What's that noise?" And I'm like, "It's Ayurvedic clicking therapy." trying to cover it. So it's not just about the face. Some people have glycation that happens on the hands from sun damage, and it just so happens that my model kept her hands, I thought that was funny, kept her hands in the sun a lot. So you can absolutely bring in products like, I have to get it off. You can bring in products like yam and pumpkin, thank you. Oh, there we go. You can bring in products like yam and pumpkin Pro Peel as hand treatments. Is amazing for calluses, for sun damage, for dry hands, lots of elasticity. And then my favorite product to do hand and arm massage with is our stone crop body lotion. So stone crop, we mentioned in the previous treatment, it's a succulent plant, and it's got a lot of slip to it, so if I add water to this, it continues to bring it to life. Just so you guys know, for my whole huge muscular upper body, I'm not supposed to laugh at that's it. Whole upper body, arms, even like with my huge quads. You can do that. And what I do is right after I get out of the shower, and I've got water on the body, it dilutes it down for me. More is not more with these products, okay? So why do we do massage tip money? Number 1, right? But also 2, if I'm trying to do an anti-aging facial, I have to get rid of muscle tension. Because the tighter you are, the more difficult it's going to be when I do this massage to lift the muscle structure up. We as estheticians think about skin a lot, not about muscle. And we forget that you have all those layers of skin, but then underneath you also have a layer of muscle tissue. Your face is 43. Some people have more. It's one of the only places on the body where you can have varying amounts of muscles between 2 different people. So we have all these muscles, and as we get older, they also lose their tone and droop. So if my foundation is drooping, what's going to happen to the root? That was a good sound effect. She just took the biggest breath I've ever heard. Okay, so why do we start with the shoulders? Because if I'm holding on to tension here, I'm never going to get rid of it through my frontalis or forehead muscles. I'm never going to get rid of it through the zygomatic arch, through the cheeks. So we've got to get rid of this tension through here. And then just to show you guys a few of the more unique moves, I bring my hand into hers, do a wave. This gets them just to let go of their arm, because so many times our clients are like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, and it's like, do you have an oil can? So do this wave. I'll do a lot of your typical arm massage movements, but then I bring the hand to the corner of the table, use my body weight to push and move through. And you guys will see on the other side too. And I'm going to take my knuckles while I press onto her hand, use my body weight, roll my knuckles on the palm, butterfly the hand. I'll zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see better. And And this way you get to use your body weight for pressure instead of trying to use your muscles. First of all, I'm so muscular I would crush her. Okay? So, and also, second of all, if you're doing massage all day sitting down, that means that your shoulders are up like this, your arms are up like this. That can create a lot of injury in the body. I can't even tell you how many estheticians I've met who do lash extensions, and they get major neck problems. So this way I get to support my body, but the key thing is when I lean over, I keep my back straight, okay? If I hunch like this, I lose that support system, then I come behind. So I'm using her positioning to help me do the massage. Then I can slide. So on one side I'm gonna do what side? Isn't that? I don't know, I'm from Utah. So I slide that into the thumb side, do a W. And then on the other side, what I'm going to do is take my pinkies, do the barking dog, like that, okay? I slide that in between the ring and pinky, stretch, open the palm, and then I can work the palm with my thumbs. So many of us hold tension in our hands, we don't even realize it. Everything we do is with our hands at this point. People are on social media every 5 seconds wondering how important they are in the world. And they're texting like crazy. By the way, look at how relaxed her shoulder is at this point. Right? And then just make sure that you tuck them in before you do the next move, because we don't need a separate show. Okay? So I tuck them in, and what I'm going to do is take left hand, left wrist, fold my opposite arm over, hold, lean back, stretch. And you want to do this till you feel her shoulder dislocate. Okay? So fold, lock, lean back, stretch. Then I can take her arm in between my hip and elbow, work on the tricep. So how do we get clients to rebook? By increasing and elevating the service we offer and giving added value with service. If nobody else is doing this, they're going to want to come back to you so quick. And also, too, you can just tell them to buy things at this point. They'll do it. So see how relaxed her arm is? And she's even a model up on stage, and most people get pretty tense when they're up here. So then I'm going to take my hand under her shoulder, fold her arm down. We don't want it here. And by doing this, if your client's not wearing a wrap, I can go all the way down to the hip. Okay? So how I do that, I just take a little bit of water, slide all the way under. Oh, I thought you were wearing a wrap. There you go. And so what I'm doing, I've got both hands on the side of her spine on the muscle. I've got my two hands cupped, and I'm going to cup scoop up. So this way we're getting rid of tension in the lower back all the way through to the head, which is going to help me to do my job to lift and tighten and tone the muscles in the face. So see how easy that is? Because you can do the slide thing if you've ever seen the other way that we do this. This to me is just a little bit easier, especially if you are a little bit smaller or if you've been doing these facials all day. And as I do this, I just say, "You will buy product." And she just said, "Take my money." And she's dead. Okay? So, same hand, same wrist. So on this side it was left hand, left wrist. This side it's right hand, right wrist. And it's going to be hold, fold. And then how I get the stretch, you have to hold her hand on your shoulder as you lean back. If I don't, it's just going to slide and slip out. Then I can move into tricep bicep massage, okay? So this is a lot to try to take back to the treatment room after today. I would just choose one move. Honestly, because